We're here in Santa Barbara, and I'm interviewing my friend He Wei Li, or Wesley, that's what we call him in America, about his experience at the ICLP. And he's going to give us some expert advice, first-hand advice from someone who's been through the program. So after 2 years of taking Chinese, I was taking some classes with him, knew him pretty well. And his Chinese was a little lacking. Let's just say that.
干你是外国人。
不是. He came back and I was blown away. His vocabulary, his pronunciation, his tones, much better. He could rap in Chinese. I swear, you can find the YouTube video. In fact, he just did a speech contest and he won a free trip to China. So, and this is just only with a couple months of ICLP. How are the teachers different from the Chinese teachers you find here in America?
The ICLP teachers are intense. They're very on it. The thing that struck us the most was, the thing that struck me the most was our first day of classes. They showed us the classroom and said, "This is your classroom."
Yeah. And
I thought it was a teacher's office because it was that small. It was like office sized. It was smaller than most bedrooms.
Sure.
And it turns out that classes are typically 1 to 3 students.
1 to 3 students.
But the year I went, we had actually a lot of students come from the University of California system.
Mm-hmm.
So our classes were more like 5 or 6, which is still extremely small compared to what I'm used to. The teachers pay really close attention to you, and that's great for personal attention, but it also means that you need to be doing your homework,
right?
And you need to be preparing for class every day because they will definitely notice.
That's interesting. You can get by. Here we can just not read one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
In college you can put off your reading until the midterm, but not at ICLP. One of the big things is that the teachers are more there for review than instruction, is what I found. Whereas here, a teacher will introduce a topic to you, and then you'll go home and review it. In Taiwan, it was you go home and read the chapter, and then in class, you discuss the chapter.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, you need to do homework for the next class, or you won't be able to follow the class.
Okay.
It's previewing, not reviewing. And then, let's say, last thing about the teachers is that they were all really strict. At first, they made it seem really kind of, let's say, terrifying. Yeah. And they were like, we're going to be kind of ruthless about this. But in the end, they were fairly lenient, very understanding, and they were really adaptable and there to help the students. And I'm very impressed with that, especially because I feel like because we had so many students, we kind of got smushed together. There were, in my class, I was probably the person with the lowest speaking level, and there were some people who were, in my opinion, almost fluent. And I don't know why they ended up in my class. Maybe they just had poor reading skills, or poor listening skills, or poor writing skills. But they managed to make us, every one of us got something out of the class. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was really intense, but it was not bad.
So you had free time, you could go and...
I didn't really have free time, but it's not because of how much class there was. It's because of when my classes were. My classes were all from 1 to 4 every day. And so because of that, in the morning, whatever you do in the morning, you'd have to be back on campus by, noon to get to class. And then whatever you wanted to do in the evening, you can only do it after 4. So because of that, you're really restricted in what you can do.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they usually offer the classes in the morning.
Gotcha.
And my quarter was a special weird one.
Right, so many people and whatnot.
At any rate, it's not I guess it kind of doesn't really give you that much free time, but if you're enrolled in ICLP, I guess you're kind of there to learn Chinese, not really to have free time.
Yeah.
And it's a great environment to learn Chinese, so.
Oh shit, you went to club every night.
Yeah, you were going to club every night.
Yeah, I didn't go to a club every night. I went to clubs on the weekends, okay? That was when we explored Taipei because, during the weekdays, like I said, too busy with homework and stuff. During the weekends, we'd go to a lot of clubs.
Well, paid off, paid off working hard. How much time outside of class did you spend preparing?
I'm not the right person to ask about that because I'm lazy and a bad student, but I'd probably spend half an hour to an hour per class.
Quite a bit of preparation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think other people spent more time. I guess you kind of get out of it what you put in.
What's some expert advice you can give to future ICLP students?
Prepare for class. Do your homework. Prepare for class. Don't speak English. Because I have this rule where if you speak English in the building, you have to choose a punishment and then do it.
What's our punishment?
My punishment was clean the bathroom.
Oh, man.
And I got caught speaking English, but don't tell anyone. They never made me do it.
Okay, so it's not... No capital punishment, right?
One guy said he'd do 50 push-ups, and he
good.
did do 50 push-ups.
Nice workout.
You do get a really long break with ICLP. Like it's I think it's like a month and a half
Nice.
for
like the winter break.
You get it a little after Christmas. No, I'm sorry. It's right before Christmas. So it's like a week before Christmas or a week and a half.
Up to the
before
Chinese New Year, or
up until Chinese New Year.
nice.
So it's really long.
That's sick.
And that's a really great time to travel.
Wesley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your good advice, and yeah, I hope this will help others. And don't be afraid of dropping me a line at solid28@gmail.com. We can answer any of your questions. Thank you.
谢谢。